Welcome to Versevibeshaven. Today, we're going to hear this very powerful story inspired by Romans chapter 8, verse 6. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. In this story, it is an ordinary office worker. His life would get a dramatic turn having been presented with a critical decision that may bring temporary success or lasting peace. Will he take the road of the world or listen to the Spirit? Let's see how his struggle goes. Sam works in an office in a big company. His daily life starts off the same way. Scrambling coffee is skipped on the go, and he rushes to board elevators which are crammed with people to dash into his cubicle. His work is routine but stressful. He has to deal with data entry, report making, and communication between different departments. It is hectic office culture, and the targets to be delivered pressure him. This morning, Sam's manager emails him about what may well be an exciting opportunity to be assigned to supervise a project that could lead to major promotion. Of course, there is a sting in the tail. To meet companies' objectives, the project requires taking shortcuts and dishonest methods. The temptation is obvious. The promotion will earn him the kudos he has long desired and advance his office status. More money. But deep inside, Sam knows that it would somehow run into conflict with his personal code of morals. Throughout the whole day, he thinks about the idea. He looks around at colleagues, most of whom made similar compromises to rise up in their corporate ladders. There is great temptation to do the same. He knows that it's based on unstable foundations, but the temptation of success in his career, higher salaries, peer esteem, and a prospect of a luxurious lifestyle is just so near. Well, now hours are passing by, and an inner conflict starts to strengthen within the soul of Sam. He's thinking over respect he could get from his boss and admiration from his family. On the other hand, however, comes that voice of the conscience, telling him that this way may assure temporary gain, but would also bring deep inner dissatisfaction. Later that night, Sam returned to his small apartment, where his wife and little son were waiting for him. They would have dinner together. He sat down, and they spoke about their day. His distraction was noticed by his wife, and she asked him what was troubling him. "This opportunity ahead of me. It's such a choice, but also so wrong," he said. She listened quietly, offering support while leaving the decision up to him. It is such a night when Sam tucks his son into bed and simply can't help but sit back and think about the long-term effects his decision might have on his family. He knows that if he goes along with the project, it will bring to them all so much more material comfort, but at the cost of his peace of mind. He starts wondering whether the success he had been chasing was worth his sacrificing integrity. That weekend, the company throws a party to mark the end of an excellent quarter. Sam goes to this party surrounded by people who have already made their decision, embraced a fast office culture with a profit-maximizing intent, without a second thought. The atmosphere at the party is jovial when raised in a cacophony of laughter and clinking glasses, full of promise of promotions to come. For a moment, Sam feels the pull of the world's rewards. He imagines how different his life could be if he just let go of his concerns and followed the crowd. But as the night goes on, he overhears conversations between some senior employees that confirm his worst fears. They admit to cutting corners, faking reports, and accepting bribes to get contracts, constantly compromising their values for the sake of their careers. Suddenly, the image of success that Sam had been striving for seems empty, built on deception and stress. His mind flashes back to Romans 8:6. The mind governed by the flesh leads to death, a slow death of integrity and inner peace. Seeking clarity, Sam wakes up early the next day and takes a walk in a nearby park. The peaceful surroundings, birds singing, trees swaying in the gentle breeze, contrast sharply with the storm of thoughts in his mind. He takes out his phone and reads Romans 8:26 again. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. Sitting on a bench, Sam will reflect on his life. He would think of the people around him that were running after success and still gave in and sacrificed their happiness and peaceful living. He would think of simple things which really mattered: family, well-being, faith. And with this quiet moment, Sam recognizes that the rewards of the world, no matter how inviting they may be, will only make life more hassled and unsatisfied. The real reward is living to the Spirit, in peace. Sam makes his choice. He's not doing the project. With a promotion on the line, he recognizes that it's the best he can do for himself to decline the assignment. After some thought, he diligently types out and sends an email to his boss, respectfully yet firmly stating that he cannot, for reasons of ethics, continue with the assignment. He feels a wave of relief wash over him as soon as he presses the send button. For the first time in a long time, a sense of calm begins to settle within his soul, and the weight that has been resting on his chest for so long feels almost lifted. A week has elapsed since Sam refused to do the project, and he is sitting at his desk when the manager calls him into his office. The air is charged with tension, for the boss is not amused at all by his decision. He tells Sam that probably his refusal of the project had held back his promotion. But Sam does not yield. Rather, he starts to explain, cool and calm, that he could not compromise himself for a temporary success. There, the conversation drifts into the mist of uncertainty over his future in the company, but certainly full of satisfaction for Sam. Later in that day, when walking home from work, Sam smiles. He may not have gotten that promotion, but he knows he's made the right call. He's chosen peace, and this gives him a sense of getting closer to his family, as well as faith, than ever before. The final scene is when Sam sits in church with his family. When the pastor reads from Romans 8:26, Sam closes his eyes and deeply reflects on the past few weeks. He realizes that he made the best choice he could make. He chose the Spirit over the flesh. He is satisfied, at peace with himself, his family, and his faith. Life is full of choices, friends. Just like Sam, we have to make choices every day that test our values. Do we let the flesh control our minds and pursue success only in this life? Or do we hear the Spirit and live in peace? I really do want to hear your own thoughts on this. Have you ever had a choice to make like Sam did? And what did that decide for you? Did the path you chose calm your mind or ruffle it? Share your stories in the comments. If this story stirred something in you, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's keep sharing our lives, faith, and choices. Romans chapter 8, verse 6. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. Choose life today. Choose peace today.